My ex-girlfriend tried to destroy me in front of a crowd with her new wealthy boyfriend, but one sentence about her medical history flipped everything. I hadn't planned on going to Marcus's birthday party, but my buddy Jake insisted I needed to get out more since the divorce 6 months ago. Honestly, I was doing fine without the drama, but Jake wouldn't take no for an answer. So there I was, nursing a beer in the corner, watching people I barely knew celebrate someone I barely cared about. That's when I saw her across the room like a bad dream come to life. Amanda looked exactly the same. Bleached blonde hair, fake tan, and that predatory smile she used when she was about to make someone else's night miserable. She was draped all over some poor guy in an expensive suit, probably twice her age, with silver hair and the kind of watch that costs more than most people's cars. I recognized the type immediately. Another victim for her collection. I tried to blend into the crowd, but Amanda had radar for these things. Within minutes, she was strutting over with her new sugar daddy in tow. That familiar look of superiority plastered across her face like she was about to deliver the performance of her life. Well, look what the cat dragged in, she announced loud enough for half the party to hear. My new rich man makes you look completely pathetic. Honestly, I don't know what I ever saw in you. The entire conversation around us died. People were staring, waiting for the show. I looked at her, then at the uncomfortable-looking gentleman beside her who was clearly questioning his life choices, and simply said, "That's nice." Her face twisted with confusion. She'd expected anger, tears, maybe even a scene. But I'd learned something valuable during our toxic 3-year relationship. Amanda fed on drama and attention like a vampire feeds on blood. The best way to hurt her was to deny her what she craved most. "That's it?" she screeched. "That's all you have to say? I'm with someone who actually matters now, someone successful, someone who can afford to treat me right." I nodded politely, taking another sip of my beer. Meanwhile, her boyfriend was looking increasingly uncomfortable, probably wondering why his girlfriend was having a public meltdown about her ex at a stranger's party. She kept going, of course, she always did when she didn't get the reaction she wanted. "He bought me this necklace last week. It cost more than your entire wardrobe. And we're flying to Paris next month, first class, not like that pathetic camping trip you took me on." I watched her perform her little show, feeling nothing but pity for both her and the man standing awkwardly beside her. Finally, when she paused for breath, I turned to him with a concerned expression. "Excuse me, sir," I said politely. "I don't believe we've been introduced, but I feel obligated to mention something important for your health." "What the hell do you think you're doing?" Amanda hissed, but I ignored her completely, focusing on her increasingly pale boyfriend. Amanda here has a rather extensive collection of untreated STDs that she's never bothered to disclose to her partners. I found out the hard way and spent a fortune on medical bills. I'd strongly recommend getting tested immediately. The man's face went from confusion to horror to rage in about 3 seconds flat. Amanda's mouth opened and closed like a fish gasping for air as the color drained completely from her face. "That's a lie," she stammered, but her voice cracked and everyone within earshot could hear the guilt. "Actually," I continued, still speaking calmly to her boyfriend, "she refused treatment, claiming the doctors were just trying to make money off her. When I insisted she see a specialist, she accused me of being controlling. Funny how that works, isn't it?" The man stepped away from Amanda like she was radioactive, which honestly wasn't far from the truth. "You told me you were clean," he said, his voice shaking with barely controlled fury. "How could you lie about something like that?" I gave him my sympathetic smile, the kind reserved for fellow survivors of Hurricane Amanda. "I learned the hard way that she lies about everything, especially the important stuff. Good luck with that." I finished my beer, set the empty bottle on a nearby table, and walked away, leaving Amanda sputtering denials to a crowd that was no longer buying her act. Behind me, I could hear her boyfriend's voice getting louder as he realized the full scope of what he'd gotten himself into.